We're Cody and Christina, and in just 2 short weeks, we will be living full-time on the road out of our self-converted van, the Desert Cruiser. We have faced a lot of challenges throughout the build, coming from a background of no handiwork, but through determination and lots of patience, we have surprised ourselves in what we have created. Before we get ahead of ourselves, there is still a lot of work to be done. In this week's build video, we come back to our home state of California to spend time with our families, eat lots of ice cream, and get to work on our electrical system, the last key part of our build. So let's get into it.
What's up?
Oh,
Hi.
it's supposed to be.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hey.
What are you black? I just want you to have
I know.
How you doing?
Hey, babe.
How you doing?
Wow. What a treat.
Hi.
Wow.
Surprise.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Alrighty then. What's up, dude? Hey. This guy right here is one of my favorite human beings on earth. This is Christina's dad. Where's your mom?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Christina. So weird.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
We're back in California. It's pretty awesome hanging out with our families for the first time in about 2 months.
And my cat.
And your cat. She's crazy about her cat.
He's so cute. This week's goal is to get a lot of the electrical done, which is something that Cody's going to be doing.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit scared just because obviously electricity is super dangerous, but we should have 12-volt power fully done, maybe get started on the AC side of things, and get our Spar D2 potentially running. Oh
Got
yeah,
this.
I hope so. Right now we're working on our solar wires. I've already hooked up the main line coming from the solar panels themselves to our first circuit breaker, but I wanted to show you guys what it takes to hook these up. This is our first time doing our lug connections, and the process that I found that works for us is you take your lug, you take your wire, you line up your wire to the length that it's needed inside of the lug. What I've been doing is just marking a Sharpie where it needs to be trimmed. So once you figure that line, you can grab your wire stripper. This thing's working really great for us. I didn't want to use dikes just because I was worried about trimming the stranded copper wire in there. You want to have all the wire. So you do this really quickly. And with this thing, you just take a couple spins around it, and what it's doing is it's just lightly cutting into the insulation without damaging the wire. And then once you're done, you pull it off, and it creates a nice line for you on the back side when I pulled that. So what you do now is hopefully, if it cut deep enough, nah, it didn't cut deep enough, so I gotta redo it. It's still not deep enough. When I pulled the stripper off, it actually created a vertical line on the wire. So all you do is just drop your finger in there, and as you can see, I'm just kind of pulling the wire off the end here, the insulation off, and then you get a really clean opening to hook up your lug to. And now that this is stripped, take my lug, drop it right on, and you can see it's a perfect fit. You want that insulation to butt right up to the end of the lug so that there's no exposed wire. But before you crimp it, make sure that you put your heat shrink on, because it's a pain in the butt trying to put the heat shrink over the lug itself. So I just slide that on. Actually, I'm gonna cut it in half first. I don't have scissors. Put your lug on, make sure it fits right. Once you do so, this is our new crimper. This thing does 8 gauge up to 4/0, so really big wire, and it's kind of tricky to use. It's non-hydraulic, it's a Temco, but it's worked really well for the one and only crimp I've done. So the first thing that I've been doing is I've been dropping our lug into the crimper itself. And now that we're using these bigger gauge wires, it does take quite a bit of force. So I've just been popping the wire in, making sure my lug is where I want it to be. And once I get it going, I'll let go of the wire and press the rest of the way. Done. Take a peek. You can see that that lug is on there securely as can be. And now what I'm going to do is just line my heat shrink up to the top of the lug to cover up where the die terminated the crimper, and I'm just going to heat shrink it on. And this is what the finished product looks like. Lug's on there nicely. Any exposed wire is now covered up completely, and it just shrinks right up to the wire, and this is ready to be put on.
Spoon feed?
Yeah, if you feed me ice cream.
Well, if I put some in a dish, you'll...
But I want you to put this, I want you to feed me while I'm working on this.
That's her job. So if I went and put some ice cream in the bowl, you'd eat it or not?
I would definitely eat ice cream. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, how many scoops do you want?
5.
You gotta be kidding. Really?
No, give me as much as you want.
Okay. Do you want milk in yours?
Sure.
Man, I brainwashed my kids. Her, Bruce, and
I do
Betty.
now.
They all put milk in it. Did you want milk in yours? A little bit?
I would love some.
Okay.
The ice cream man's here.
This one's Cody's because it's pretty.
Ooh, thank you.
So pretty.
Here you go.
Welcome back to another day on the build. Today's going to be an absolute scorcher. I think it's going to be 113 degrees, so I need to get my things done fast. Everything's going to be done outside today because we have to cut some wood. The first is I need to build a little box for our battery monitor so that when the little circular battery monitor is housed, we can run the cord behind everything over to the shunt. And then the third is building a wireway on our countertops so that the wires don't show. So let's get into it. And if you guys are wondering where Christina is, she's still asleep. I'm getting an early start. Alright, so I didn't have the right hole saw size, so when I put the battery monitor in the hole itself with the clamp ring on, it didn't fit. But with how the screw plate attaches to the monitor, I was actually able to make it work. So let me show you what it looks like. So here's how it's going to sit on our wall. So I made a nice little puck for the wood, but you can see the clamp ring is way too big for the hole. Thankfully those 4 little screws are holding it in place, so now we need to make the rest of the box. Alright, just like that. Last nail's in. The little battery monitor box is in. Now I just need to figure out where to run the cord. I am forewarning you guys right now. Normally I'm a jokester and I pretty much laugh at everything if you couldn't tell. But I have the battery monitor cable set up. And it's definitely not my best piece of engineering, so do not laugh at me. I don't know what they planned on doing. As you can see, that cord is super long and they tell you to put it very close to the batteries. Well, you can see that ours is right above our batteries. And then we have the cable plugged into the monitor, running over to the shunt so that when everything's hooked up, it will be sending us info through Victron Bluetooth app, which is really cool. But for now, I'm gonna leave those cables there because I have no idea what the heck to do with them. You guys may have also noticed that we have new bus bars. The original ones that we had were 4 studs. And these new ones have 6 studs on each one, so more attachment points, which we need for our system. The only downside to our decision was we literally had to take all the connection points off the old ones, but the new ones are all mounted up and they look really, really good. You happy you got your coffee now?
Yep.
You ready to go outside? All right, let's go. Door's locked. All right. Now that the battery monitor's done, we gotta focus on building the wire cover right here. So I think our plan is to make the cover come out about 4 inches, and then it's gonna cover up the side of the wall here. And then
Is it gonna be 3 pieces or is it gonna be 4?
it's gonna be 4 pieces. So we're gonna have a side, back to it just so we could screw into the wall easily, and then a face to it.
Cool.
So it should be a little tricky, but I think we could figure it out.
You're gonna have this piece that we create. Let's say we get this perfect. You're gonna have that piece, and then you're gonna build a little sliver that's probably like this, enough for you to screw in the back of this thing. You need to make
So
it
the
for
face is gonna be the third.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, and then, okay.
I think so.
I thought this was going to be a super easy task, but then she realized that the walls in the van are curved. So now we're going to have to scribe the back of what she's working on. So as you can see, we're going to be using cardboard to do that. It's going to be a little bit trickier now, but she's really good at the detail stuff. Mercedes, why did you have to make all the walls curved, man? Another good reason why Christina's around. We're running low on wood just because this is the end of the project for us. And I almost use our last piece of actual good wood for our first couple cuts for the little wood box that we're making. Thankfully, Christina saved the day and walked in and said, well, why don't we use some scrap wood of different thickness that we have? Good call, because first cuts never come out right.
So this is template number 1. We'll see how it turns out.
I miss using my jigsaw. All right, test fit number 1. Which way's up?
This side's up.
Okay. How many tries is this gonna take, do you think?
Okay, the other way. Upside down.
Take dose, we are retracing. Hopefully our final piece.
Oh, look, it fits. Woohoo!
Nicely done, Chrissy. All right, we're pretty happy with how the box came out. Thanks to Christina, no thanks to me. I just cut the wood. So here's the face. We're thinking of having our Ispar D2 Pro controller on the front, and I don't know what else. And we're gonna make a little hole on the side over here on the countertop for our little WeBoost cable, because we're gonna house the WeBoost back there. And then I don't know what we're gonna do with that side, but now we need to paint it. Pictures. There we go.
It's time to get serious.
Stupid.
And that's a wrap.
Today's projects are all done. We actually got done everything that we wanted to. We'll finish up the wireway another day because we still need to figure out what we're going to be mounting onto there. But unfortunately, we need to clean up before we shut off for the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Your shirt's inside out. Ooh, what's this?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey guys, so as you can see, we have our van t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
So we're really excited about that because we spent a lot of time thinking about what kind of logo we wanted for, you know, our channel. We decided that one of our van photos was going to be the icon that we wanted. So we spent a lot of time creating it, getting it just right.
You did, I didn't do it.
Well, you too. But yeah, we're really excited that our shirts came in and they look great. We'll add the link in our bio. So just check it out and you'll see all of our products on there. We have stickers, t-shirts, everything, and we're really, really excited to show you guys.
And on top of that, as you can see, we didn't get a ton done this week because it's been extremely hot here. Pretty much every day it's been about 115 degrees. Right now it's 6 o'clock and about 109.
It's way too hot. I mean, the mornings and the late afternoons is the only chance that we can get.
Yeah, early mornings, early mornings. But I still want to show you guys what we got done wiring wise this week. Hopefully this coming week we'll get a lot done, but we'll get to that. Show me that shirt. Give me a twirl. Oh, let me see the front. So that's the van logo itself, and that's an actual picture of the van. We have some shirts that say van life, some that don't. We have stickers and whatnot. And then show me the back side, sweetie. And then all of them say Cody and Christina on the back, so you're always tagged up with our logo. Alrighty, so as you can see, we made some progress in here with wiring different things. We have our 12-volt fuse block over there all wired up and done. We started our alternator charger. Yes, I know it's upside down. You can see our positive and negative bus bars. There's the shunt. Solar controller is all wired up. Quick note on the solar controller, make sure that you do not have your solar wires plugged in before you plug your solar controller into the battery, because that can be very, very bad. And then over here, as you can see, we got the positive and negative coming out of the inverter. Our batteries are sitting pretty right there, and we're gonna be making a lot more progress this coming week. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace.